What's up? It's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. Today we're doing the mid-year book freakout tag. Y'all really wanted to see this based on this poll I took on Instagram, so here we are. I've been wanting to do it, but I know I wanted to do it in July, not June, so I guess this is like kind of late compared to everyone else, but whatever, we're staying on brand, you know? I'm on a time crunch right now because it's actually like right before 11 a.m. and I have work at noon. I had a whole ass morning. It was so nice. I finished Follow Me to Ground this morning. I started it last night. It went by so fast. And then I worked out and I had a salad, and it's honestly been a good ass morning. And then we're gonna top it off with some Dunkin' before work, and it's nice and gloomy outside. Like, it's not sweltering hot. It's like 66 degrees right now and there's a breeze. I should be wearing a hoodie right now. Maybe I'll try to make a hoodie look cute. I did try, but it was like kind of, hey, what the heck, hold on. I just said I'm on a time crunch and I'm out here rambling. If you don't know what the mid-year book freakout tag is, it's just basically wrapping up your favorites, least favorites type thing with a bunch of questions for the first half of the year. And then I'll do an end of the year breakout tag. I don't know. What do they call it at the end of the year? End of the year book tag? I don't know. This is my first time doing it and I am going to adjust this camera. I'm super excited because I've had a good reading year so far. I hit my Goodreads goal of 100 books in June. I'm not upping it. I'm just gonna keep it going over 100%. It'll be fine. I'm so happy about that, and I've been reading in all different formats. I've been reading a lot of 5-star books. I found a new favorite of all time, which segues right into question number 1, which is the best book of 2021 so far that you've read. I only wrote down like the main parts of each question. I can't be bothered to look up the full questions and the phrasing that everyone else does it, but we're gonna deal with it, okay? Best book I've read in 2021 is A Dowry of Blood. She is my lock screen. She is thriving. She's up there with my faves and my special editions. I tabbed the living bejeebers out of her. We are doing amazing right now. Okay, whatever. If you haven't read this already and you want to know what my hype is about, pick it up. It's super short. It's by S.T. Gibson and it's a reimagining of Dracula's Brides, but make it polyamorous. Oh, it's just so good. Favorite part about this was the writing. The discussion of the subtleties in toxic relationships. I personally have been in a toxic relationship, probably multiple, but I just have one that, you know, perpetually toxic in my head. I don't even know if that made sense. I just wanted to use the word perpetually in that sentence. I could relate, and that's why the last page made me cry. Spoiler for one of the questions that asked books that made you cry. It does talk about like the blatant in-your-face abuse in a toxic relationship, but it also touches upon, elaborates upon, what am I trying to... It dissects the like little tiny, like I said, subtle aggressions, the little things that build up to classify it as a toxic relationship. But if you're looking at like that one specific thing alone, it's not, I guess, enough to make it toxic, if that makes sense. But it's just like all the little things that come together to make it a toxic relationship. Take a shot every time I say toxic, yeah? It went by so fast. I'm going to reread this year. I wanted to reread it the moment I read the last page and started crying. And I won't shut the fuck up about and I won't shut the fuck up about it until all my friends read it. I already got like 17 of my friends to read this, so some of them did love it, some of them did a little bit. I only know Issa, who's as obsessed as I am with this. Oh, Hannah loved it just much too. Okay, we are moving on to the next question because we have a lot, and like I said, I'm on a time crunch and it's 10:50. Okay, best sequel you've read so far in 2021. I was looking through my journal and I thought I only read like 4 sequels this year because I'm really bad at continuing series, but I forgot about like, I read like 10 or more, but like when you think of sequels, I feel like, at least personally, I think of like fantasy series, and yeah, I'm really bad at those. But I chose A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer for this one. So this is the second book to the Cursebreakers trilogy, and it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. The first book is A Curse So Dark and Lonely, if you didn't know, and I actually like the sequel better, and that is so rare for me to say. I just love the perspectives in this book more than the first one. I really like the specific character Gray, and I also love that name.
2 hours later.
I just imagined me naming a dog Gray, but like the dog doesn't have gray fur. That's what was going through my head in that little couple seconds. But yeah, and he had a perspective in this book, and he was just a minor character in the first book. So I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the characters, character development, where the story went, and I can't wait to read the third one, which is A Vow So Bold and Deadly, which I bought when it first came out in January, and I have yet to read it. Look out for like a sequel slash finishing series vlog soon, eventually, at some point. Okay, I turned the exposure down a couple notches because I looked like I was disappearing into thin air. Number 3 is a new release you haven't read but you want to. Okay, first things first, Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I told myself that I was gonna drop everything on the day of this release, which was June 1st, and I didn't, because Jessie from Bow Ties and Books, one of my favorite people on BookTube, my bestie, my love, I talk about them all the time. They actually got 2 copies of Malibu Rising, and they offered to annotate it for me and give me their annotated copy for my birthday, and I'm actually seeing them tomorrow, so hopefully they're done with it. But they've also been super busy, so I'll understand if I have to wait until the end of the month when I go visit them. There's also Witches Steeped in Gold, which is a Jamaican inspired witchy fantasy that I'm buddy reading with Jessie actually this month. And I need Jessie's guidance with this book because I already know I'm gonna be super confused. But this is the Owl Crate edition, and so it's less green, more black on the cover. I also have Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I'm sure you've heard about it. I will be doing a Riley Sager vlog very soon, and this will be one of the books I read in that one. I also have Down Comes the Night. I don't know when this came out, but I heard about it recently, and it's a romantic fantasy. Why did I say romantic like that? Romantic fantasy YA. It's sapphic, which I didn't know until I hosted Sapphicathon with Jessie like a week ago. I didn't get to this one for Sapphicathon, so I'm excited to read this month as well. Then I have For the Wolf by Hannah Witten, which I just bought like a month ago, and it's a Little Red Riding Hood retelling. I'm so mad that there's a crease on the back of this book, but you know, it's fine. And then I have The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. I just got this from one of my subscribers, Morgan Reeds. She got it for me for my birthday, and I also have the ARC version from my friend Christina, and I just hope I'm obsessed with this because they're like for fans of folklore by Taylor Swift, and I was like, what? Excuse me, sign me up. I was already signed up, but like sign me up again, you know? The lightning on this cover, the cover in general, the fall vibes, I'm living for this book and I haven't even read it yet. And then I also have Blood Like Magic, which my other friend named Christina got for me for my birthday as well. This is one of my most anticipated releases of 2021. It's a witchy book with like blood magic. I also want to read Act Your Age Eve Brown. This is the 3rd Brown Sisters trilogy, or what? The 3rd in the Brown Sisters trilogy, and I love Dani Brown. Chloe Brown was mediocre. I bought this because I got the ebook from my library and then I didn't get to it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna purchase it physically because people are saying this is even better than Dani Brown, so I hope they're right because I bought it. I have Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. This is a YA thriller with Native American culture rep entwined in it, so I'm excited for this one. And then I also have A Certain Hunger by Chelsea G. Summers, which I just bought recently as well because I was at work. I work at a library, and I opened it up randomly to chapter 18 because the cover intrigued me, and there was this whole page about like the intricacies of love, and I was just like, wow, purchase immediately. During my shift I purchased it. So yeah, this is about a food critic who's like trying to find herself, and like she loves sex, she loves food, she's traveling, introduces us to the food world's most charming psychopath and an exciting new voice in fiction. We love reading about psychopaths in this household. But yeah, I have a lot actually in my reading journal, which I can't find at the moment. Thought I brought it out here, don't know where it is now. Oh, it's right here. So I have my like 2021 anticipated releases, and I think I named all the ones that are out at the moment, so we're good. Oh, segue again to question number 4, which is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. First one I already pre-ordered. It's A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, and it's about this haunted school with like witches. There's like a dark past going on, and it's pitched as for fans of Wilder Girls and Ninth House, which I've yet to read. I'm here for it. I hope it gives me all the dark academia vibes I'm hoping for, but that comes out August 3rd. Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Ngan. That is the 3rd in the Girls of Paper and Fire trilogy, and I am freaking stoked for this one. I'm not a big fan of the cover. It's a little too realistic for me. I prefer illustrated covers, but you know, I'm still stoked for this book. I'm still gonna buy it in November, I think is when it comes out. And there are like half demons, full demons, and like demon kings snatching girls from their homes. They become his concubines, and there's a sapphic romance. There are like friendships between humans and half demons. It's such a good time. I'm so excited for that one. A Psalm of Storms and Silence, which is the second book to A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. I should have grabbed it. What am I doing? Things are falling. By Roseanne A. Brown. I love this cover. I know I just said I don't like realistic covers, but this is definitely an exception. Love the foiling, love the green, love the human on the cover. So this is a YA fantasy. The first one was about this tournament where the queen has to find a king's heart in order to resurrect one of her family members, and then the winner of the competition has to kill the queen in order to save his sister. And it's a whole hate to love situation. So stoked for the second one. That comes out in November, I think, as well. Another finale to a trilogy I have on this list is Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin, and that is the third in the Serpent and Dove trilogy. What is it called? I don't even know what it's actually called. I can't be bothered to go take it, but you've all seen these beautiful ass covers. It's about a witch and a witch hunter falling in love. We love to see it. The writing is kind of mediocre. The story and the sequel was not as great as the first. I do want to reread both of them to see if any of my opinions change, but I know for a lot of people that series was highly anticipated and they were underwhelmed. So I hope the third one doesn't disappoint. The next question is your biggest disappointment of 2021. I don't even know why I had to think twice about this. I was like, I know I had a 1 star somewhere, and I know I was so pissed off about it, and that book is He Started It by Samantha Downing. That book took me so long to get through, and I thought I was gonna fly through it because the chapters are so short and it has like so much white space on the pages. It was so bad. The ending was a cop-out. Do not read this book. Read My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing instead. Wait for her upcoming book. I'm hoping to God that is better than He Started It. Samantha Downing needs to have more than one good book in her. My Lovely Wife was so gripping. I loved it. I know Jesse hated it, but I loved it. It's like one of my favorite thrillers of all time. That is my biggest disappointment of the year. I gave it 1 star. I don't even want to talk about it. We're gonna move on. Number 6, your biggest surprise of 2021. I will have to say A Dowry of Blood again, because I just picked this up kind of on a whim because I watched Books with Chloe and Kate Literature absolutely gush over this. They read like some of the lines that they were in love with, and I was like, okay, sold. Purchased it as soon as I finished that vlog. Probably not even finished that vlog. Another book I picked up kind of on a whim because I saw it on Jesse's Instagram was Tokyo Ever After by Amiko Jean, Japanese Princess Diaries. Loved it so much. It was so cute. This book made me cry too, just a little bit though, because it was so cute. It made me cry happy tears. Like I said, Japanese Princess Diaries, like pretty much accurately, but with all the like Tokyo Japanese culture vibes. Loved it. Another big surprise that I wrote down, is Ties That Tether by Jane Igharo. I borrowed this one from the library again on a whim. I spontaneously buddy read it with my friend Christina from Christina's Chapters, the one who got me Blood Like Magic for my birthday. It was so quick and fun, and it included a trope that I typically don't like at all. Like, it makes me cringe, but it was done well in this book. And it's an adult romance. The main character is Nigerian, and her parents are super strict about wanting her to marry a Nigerian guy, but she falls in love with, I think he was either Hispanic or white, one of those, non-Nigerian, and something happens. The next question is your favorite new author. So this could either be new to you or a debut author. Are we surprised? I put S.T. Gibson on there. I have their 2 other books. I actually have 2 copies of Odd Spirits. I'm gonna give one to Jessie. Hannah got me the other one for my birthday, and then I also have Robber Girl, and I'm hoping the writing is just as good. I know Hannah just read Odd Spirits for Summerween, and she said the writing doesn't compare to A Dowry of Blood, but you know, the story might for me. It still might hit, so we'll see. What time is it? I gotta go soon. Oh my god. My favorite debut author, I hope this is their debut. If I'm wrong, this is really awkward, but either way, she's new to me. So Farida Abike Iyamide, I'm so sorry, I tried, of Ace of Spades. Love this book. Gossip Girl meets Get Out, most accurate description ever, and then make it dark academia. That's what this book is, and I'm so glad I picked it up. I heard about this first from Olivia Reads a Latte, and I'm so glad I got it as an e-arc. It was so good. It was so good. god, I'm obsessed. I already want to reread it. And I read it, it's like a damn near 500-page book, and I read it as an ebook on my phone, and I got through it and I enjoyed every second. That's saying a lot. If y'all know, I mean, I know very few people who actually enjoy reading ebooks like on their phones, so if you know, you know, I guess. Number 8 is your new fictional crush. Okay, I'm not the type to actually like crush on fictional characters, like obsess over them like some people in booktube are, which there's nothing wrong with. I'm just like not that type of reader, but I do love me some Reese. That is such a basic answer, I feel like, but I just love like a cinnamon roll bad boy type of character. So Reese, acotar, and Thomas Cresswell from Stalking Jack the Ripper. I always describe him as the heartthrob of YA books. I feel like, yeah, him and Reese for sure. And then there was one more. Oh, the dude in the Kiss Quotient. I forgot his name. I truly forgot his name. I literally wrote it as the dude in the Kiss Quotient. So The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. The girl has autism and she hires an escort to teach her about sex and love and stuff like that. Was it Michael? I want to say it was Michael. Male escort. I want to say it's Michael. Michael! It is Michael. Okay, wow. Look at me remembering things. I listened to that on audio, which is another rare thing for me to say because I enjoyed it and I was reacting viscerally. I was screaming. I was feeling some type of way during those steamy scenes. Let me tell you, those steamy scenes were steamy, and that narrator did a good job not making it cringy, so I loved The Kiss Quotient. Again, picked that up on a whim, so I guess that was a surprise too, especially because I read The Bride Test by Helen Huang first and I didn't enjoy it that much. I'm glad I gave her another chance. Number 9 is your newest favorite character. Oh, I decided to go with the characters in Honey Girl, specifically one of the best friends and Yuki. Is it Yuki or Yumi? I can't be bothered to look, but the love interest of Grace. And then also a very recent read, but the Scapegracers, all the girls in her little coven. I love all their personalities. Daisy especially, I think, is my favorite. That is all I have for that one. Number 10. Okay, here we go. A book that made you cry. I have multiple answers for this because I'm a Cancer. I cry all the time. But okay, so we're gonna rapid fire. Dowry of Blood made me cry the last page. I was sobbing. I would have sobbed more if Naomi wasn't here right next to me reading too. The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna made me cry. There was this like heartfelt family scene involving their dad. I cried towards the end as well. The Nightingale. Like I said, Tokyo Ever After made me cry happy tears. The Light We Lost by Jill Santopolo. I read this for my Reading Books That Made Gabby Read's Cry vlog. Love a good second chance romance, and there was a lot of heartbreak in this book. And then also I was sobbing at Dancing at the Pity Party by Tyler Feeder. I read that one for Reading Books That Made Liv's Library cry, and it's about her mom dying of cancer and then like reminiscing and talking. Okay, my camera cut me off, but Dancing at the Pity Party talks about the daughter and her family dealing with the mom's death and like navigating life without her and stuff, and it's super sad. It's a graphic novel, but it made me sob. Couple more questions, y'all. Number 11, a book that made me happy. Again, multiple answers, so we're gonna rapid fire. acotar made me happy because I finally understood the hype. I read this for my Beauty and the Beast themed vlog because it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Yeah, I was just glad to join the club of the acotar fans, you know? Black Book by Mateo Escaripour made me happy. Like, look at these tabs. It literally looks like Taste the Freaking Rainbow, y'all. This is a satire on the workplace and how minorities are treated in the workplace. So there's a lot of talk about like racism and white supremacy and just like the injustices of the corporate world when it comes to being a minority, specifically Black. Then things blow up. You have to go into this knowing it's a satire because it will make you mad. It'll make you mad either way, probably. It made me mad. Yeah, you just have to keep in mind that it's a satire. It made me happy because it was so funny. The Scapegracers also made me happy. It made me laugh a ton. The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. Read this in 24 hours. I have a vlog for that. I'll have all these videos mentioned linked down below. This is the author of The Silent Patient. It's like dark academia. There's like Greek mythology involved. I really enjoyed this. It was super quick. And then I have The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. This made me happy because it was my first book club pick for my full moon book club. It went so well. Like so many people, more people than I expected at least, participated and posted about it and tagged me and then joined the discussion discussion. The story itself, I think I gave this a 4-star. It was enjoyable to read. Oh, another good memory with this is that I read this on audio and following along while Xavier was driving us to and from Atlanta from visiting his mom. Yeah, it was just, this book I'll forever cherish because it has so many good memories attached and it makes me happy. Oh, another book, obviously Tokyo Ever After made me happy. I already said I cried happy tears. Love the romance in that book. And oh, last one also, Ace of Spades made me really happy because I was not expecting to love it so much reading it through my phone. Glad it didn't disappoint. Number 12, the most beautiful book you've gotten this year. Take her off her throne for a sec. The Illumicrate edition of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. So before A Dowry of Blood, Addie LaRue was like my brand. It kind of still is. I'm still obsessed with it. I'll reread it this year for sure. But yeah, Xavier paid a lot of money for this edition. He got it for me for hitting 1K. It was literally the sweetest gift ever. I cried. It's just everything. With the black sprayed like shimmery edges, the silver foiling. I like don't even want to read it. I just want to like preserve it forever. I'm definitely not annotating in this, like come on. Yeah, it's the Illumicrate edition and I missed that box because it sold out so fast. But yeah, hands down, most beautiful book of 2021. And while we're at it, I guess I'll just show this too. This is my Fairy Loot edition of Lore, and I really just like the snake stenciled edges. Last question. Oh, also for the most beautiful book thing, I will be doing the aesthetically pleasing book tag at some point. I've been planning it for like months. I did write down all my answers for it. I just have yet to film it and receive more special editions that are on the way to see if they compare to anything, so just you wait. Anyway, and then the last question is, what are some books you need to read by the end of the year? So I want to finish a bunch of series by the end of the year. I don't know how well that's gonna go, but I will be posting a series I want to finish by the end of 2021 video at some point this month. But otherwise, I can't answer this question fully because there are too many. Like, they're not even all new releases, just like this is my 2021 TBR. The colored boxes are the ones I've read, and the ones that aren't colored I haven't read. So I have a long ways to go because I'm so bad to sticking to what I say I'm gonna read. But yeah, and then all of those highly anticipated releases of 2021 as well. Woo, it is 11:18. Perfect. I gotta go to work now, so thank you so much for watching. Let me know some of your answers to the questions down below. If you see this tag and do it after seeing my video, please let me know. Tag me in your posts and everything. But yeah, hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye!